All Attack on Titan endings that were canceled by Isayama. Am I gonna like one of these endings better than what we got? Probably not, because I'm an ending lover. I love the ending. Does that bother you? Does that hurt your feelings? Are you gonna fucking cry about it on Twitter? Are you gonna make a fucking Reddit post about it? He likes the ending. He's a dick sucker. Nobody's gonna be talking about Attack on Titan a week from now. Oh, God. Oh. Fuck you.
Hajime Isayama, the author and
What? Is that how you say his name? Hajime? Or is it Hajime? Hajime or Hajime? I thought it was Hajime.
Hajime Isayama, the author and illustrator of the Attack on Titan manga, originally had planned
Not Hajuma? Oh shit, he said it right. Hajime? Oh, who the fuck knows, bro? I call him Isayama. I ain't calling him the other name.
3 different endings for Attack on Titan.
Alright,
These
let's see,
endings
let's
were
see.
confirmed and
Let's
revealed
see.
by the author through various interviews and announcements. The current ending we received in the manga was ending number 4. We will be
Ending number 4. Who's the ending number 4 worshiper? Go put W in the chat. I'm putting I'm putting fucking W in the chat. I'm putting my own W. W. There we go. W. I'm an ending number 4 worshiper.
going over ending 1 from 2008, ending 2 from 2013, ending 3 from 2017,
Holy
ending
shit.
4, which is
Whoa. All right, ending 1 looks like they all die, which kind of happened in ending 4. If you think about it. Ending number 2, now I don't know what he's trying to say right here. What if he never went into the basement, or he went back to the basement or something, or he went in the closet? And then ending number 3, Eren has a son. It looks like Mika's son. So Eren just lives a nice, happy life.
the current
I bet
one we
people
received
want
in the
ending 3.
manga, and possibly ending 5, which goes over the possible theory of a unique anime-only ending. The manga is considered by many fans of the series as one of the worst endings of all time.
Cry about it. Keep crying. Well, to be fair, I heard that the manga ending is actually bad. Like the way that it's portrayed, the way that it ends, it's not like the anime ending. It ends the same way, but like without the context, and it seems rushed, and I don't know.
Where every chapter was carefully planned and calculated, but when it came to the finale, there were so many issues. So what happened, and why did it happen? We must first understand Isayama himself, and the thought process on why he changed the endings.
This is the first time I've seen his face. I didn't know he had a
Isayama would
face.
release multiple one-shot chapters to start off his mangaka career. His goal was to earn enough money to quit his job at the internet cafe during that time.
Bro, imagine the Attack on Titan creator worked at an internet cafe. I don't know where y'all work, but just imagine the guy next to you is like the creator of the next big thing. Imagine that. Imagine you could say to your kids when you're old, I had a job with a god.
This led him to experiment with many different ideas. In 2005, at the age of 19, he would start off by releasing a 65-page, one-shot chapter titled Humanity vs. Titans. Later known as Attack on Titan Volume 0, he released the chapter and sort of forgot about it, dedicating
The
his time
Bible!
to different projects. He was experimenting with different ideas to see what works and what doesn't. After Humanity vs. Titans, Isayama would release 2 more one-shots. In 2008, after Isayama became a full-on mangaka, he would release 2 more one-shots, titled Heartbreak 1 and Noir Z. Isayama would win some minor awards and start gaining some recognition.
Oh my god, dude. He started from the bottom, now we're here. Holy shit, he started off as an ant. And now he's literally a titan. He's a colossal titan. What's bigger than a colossal titan? I guess you could say Eren. He's literally Eren, modern day, but like without the genocide. What would you call it? Like instead of destroying the world, you heal the world? What's the opposite of genocide? Like lovicide? I don't know. That doesn't sound right. I don't know. Like spreading Oda, I guess. Yeah. Founding Titan. The hospital? Peace? Yeah, peace. I guess that's the opposite of genocide.
At the age of 22 or 23, Isayama's editor would recommend and convince him to turn Humanity vs. Titans into a fully serialized manga. So Isayama would later spend
We
the next
all
few
owe this
months
guy a
thinking
kiss
of
on the
ideas
lips.
and plot twists. After planning out the story and getting ready to release it, there were a few major problems. First, his editor would not allow him to publish the manga without setting a clear ending set in stone. And
You see what happens when you have a clear path? That is what more people have to do. Bro, W editor in the fucking chat. More storytellers, directors, writers, they should have a clear goal in mind. Because you know what happens when you don't? You get the Star Wars sequels. 3 sequels were planned. Episode 7, 8, and 9. You would think they would know what would happen by the end. They didn't know until they were done with 8. What the fuck? Then they're just thinking like on the spot, oh, what should we do for the last movie? We have to fill that last movie. That's terrible. That's fucking terrible, man. W editor. One Piece? I mean, One Piece is different. I mean, I feel like One Piece is like a trillion episodes, man. I mean, I think Oda's earned his spot in like I don't know. I feel like it's way different. Attack on Titan is more clear.
Second,
And there's no filler.
manga publishers were rejecting his manga. Isayama would quickly decide on an ending. He planned to give the series a tragic conclusion, similar to that of the film adaptation of Stephen King's The Mist, an ambiguous ending, where most characters end up dying, and the final message being interpreted in different ways by the readers. For Isayama, it was quite simple. If the story didn't succeed after...
For Isayama, it was simple. For the viewers, they were fucking dumb, so they couldn't understand it. Sounds right.
the first few volumes, he would end the story and continue with a new project. After all, it was his editor who decided to give him the idea. Attack on Titan would be released on September 9th, 2009, and new chapters would start releasing every month.
God
The
was
second
born.
major problem Isayama had was about the story and art style. Manga publishers were rejecting him over and over again. His story was too dark.
Manga. Imagine that, they were rejecting him. Oh my god. They are fucking slitting their wrists now. Oh my god. Bro, does Isayama make anything else other than Attack on Titan? I'm curious.
And not suitable for their audiences.
His
And
art was
style
bad?
rough and not good enough.
Oh, wait
He
a
was
minute.
about to quit being a mangaka.
Wow.
But after many attempts, a manga publisher would be interested in publishing his manga. The story itself was well received, but more than that, he could feel and understand the emotions in his drawings, while he still had the art style of a student.
I'd read that. I don't know about y'all, bro. No way he's trans? What the fuck? Oh, no, he transformed. Oh, same thing. Holy shit, man. I mean, it's better than what I can do. If I'm being honest, bro, I bet y'all can't even do this. I can't.
And there was no reason to compare him to a professional mangaka. There was emotion in every page and every line. Isayama would slowly continue releasing chapters and volumes, but there was a single very important moment that would inspire him to change the ending. In 2013, the anime adaptation would be released. Its popularity would reach mainstream success and surpass both Isayama's and Wit Studios' expectations. Isayama was more inspired than ever before. He achieved his main goal of living comfortably, so his full focus was on writing something truly enjoyable.
He never has to work another day in his life. This guy is set. He's set. He doesn't have to make the next Attack on Titan. He doesn't need to make a new story. It's going to be passion alone that drives him to make something else.
This led to Isayama finally changing
and I hope he does make something else
into something new and different, aka ending number 2. Ending 1 was depressing, and it would break many hearts. Isayama would change it into something not as depressing. He would announce that
I don't mind my heart being broken. Imagine that, bro. Imagine Attack on Titan ended like a meteor came and killed everybody, then it went to a black screen and said, that's it.
he was planning to end the story in 20 volumes, which with the current story we have, would be right at the end of the Return to Shiganshina arc. What would have most likely happened is the following. What would be revealed in the basement would be changed into something different and more appropriate. It would be changed if the author didn't want it to end on a cliffhanger. Zeke also would probably die, because of course, there would be no rematch. Other than that, there would probably not be any other major changes. Eren, Mikasa, and arguably Armin would also be alive, as they have finally defeated Reiner and the rest. If this was the end...
Nah, man. Holy shit. Like, the rematch wasn't what really drew me to, like, the story. Just the emotion that developed after that between Levi and Zeke, and then the ending with Zeke in the paths, and then finally coming out of the paths and realizing he doesn't deserve this. It's a beautiful day. How a wonderful day. And then, right off with his head, bro. That was sick. Beautiful.
Ending, it would be pretty bad in my opinion.
This is a little too nice. I don't know. I wouldn't like this ending.
What's revealed
I
in the
wouldn't be a fan of this
the
one.
show forever, and after the time skip, we get to see so much development on every single character. Now, why did this happen? Why did the ending once again be changed? Well, we're about to find out. At the start of the Marley arc, Isayama was super motivated. He explained in an interview he considers the Marley arc as the peak of his art style, and the happiest he's ever been while making.
Thank God for the fucking Marley arc. Wow. Damn, bro. His style drastically changed. This dude evolved mid-story. God damn.
Attack on Titan. This would once again lead the story to a different ending.
Ending number 3,
In
the canceled Eren ending.
Isayama will showcase a sketch of the final panel of the story. If we compare the current ending and the ending he showcased in the interview,
there we go. Bro, this fucking scene was perfect. This made me emotional seeing this shit. Even just reading about it like afterwards and watching it again, this is just sick.
They're extremely different and share almost no similarities. He would also announce only 5% of the story was left, and that we are in the climax of the story. In the same year, Isayama also announced that he had binge-watched all of Game of Thrones, and he would be inspired by the story in his future.
Bro. Oh my god. Seeing how Game of Thrones ending, that would inspire me beyond belief to make sure I don't fuck it up. Honestly, seeing how much Game of Thrones fucked up with that final season, that would have changed my entire storytelling's ability. I would transform into I would evolve past my prime. It would be insanity, man. It would be something else. That would be an awakening, or a literal awakening, seeing that Game of Thrones final season.
Future chapters. Unfortunately, he was disappointed with the ending of Game of Thrones. This might have influenced his decision in once again changing the ending for the 4th time. But first, let's understand ending number 3. The text bubble says you are free, and is showcasing either Aaron, with most likely Historia's daughter, or it's Grisha holding Aaron as a baby. There are some fan versions.
What, did Aaron go back to Historia, fucker, and have a child? Telling me he's able to live? Everybody forgave him? Everything's fine, guys. Aaron has a kid. We're on the farm. We're having a good time, man. As Grisha was legit in the anime. Yeah, isn't that Grisha holding Aaron talking to Carla? Or talking to Aaron's mom or some shit?
Of this panel, which I'll be showcasing on screen. The reason why this
It's literally that.
character is saying you are free is because the cycle of repetition has finally been broken.
Wait, no,
The
that's
reason
that's the picture. That's the picture. It's literally it's Aaron holding a child.
why this character is saying you are free is because the cycle of repetition has finally been broken. The curse of humor has been lifted. No longer will this new generation need to fight. No longer will they need to risk their lives. This is probably...
What do you expect? After this happened 2,000 years later, everything's so peaceful still? The world's gonna get worse and worse. When we're dead, like 300 years from now, our towns might not even exist anymore. They might be like gone. Like a fucking meteor hit them, like a planet hit it. War, like everything's peaceful now. The United States might not even be here 1,000 years from now. It'll be like a rubble. You know what I mean? Like shit always happens. What the fuck? You think it's gonna be a million years of peace? It's like Avatar, The Last Airbender, the way it ended. Oh, Aang is finally, I don't know, he's whatever. Zuko's the Fire Lord. Everything is fine now. What for now? And then what happens? Aang dies. Spoiler alert. And the next Avatar is born, and there's a new problem. And what happens at the end of Korra? Korra defeats the problem. Everything's peaceful. Then what happens after Korra? Someone else is born, and who the fuck knows? She's fighting Kim Jong Un's granddaughter or some shit. You know what I mean?
an ending where Eren wins. There are 2 possible ways this could have happened. First, it hints at the end of the Titan's curse, and how the world will never have to experience it again. Or Eren succeeded in destroying the entire world, so there would be no more conflict, and the lives of those he cares about would no longer be at risk. Before we move on to the 4th ending of this video, make sure to leave a like down below, and share
That was the better one of the others. That was the better ending of all of the other endings.
some support.
Still, the ending we got was my favorite.
This video took a lot of effort and research to make, and you only need 1 second to leave a like.
Yeah, man, good job, Banana Cat. God damn, 1 second. Yep, I liked it. There you go.
Anyways, let's continue on with the video. Ending 4 is the current manga ending we received in the manga,
Fucking
and the
love
most
this
controversial one in this video. Many fans are unsatisfied with the ending, and
Like, do you see the shit with the bird wrapping the scarf around her neck? Like, just looking at it, I'm like, the amount of, like, the poetic shitness in this shit, man. How poetic this is. This is amazing. People, I can't believe people have problems with this ending.
believe it ruined the show. Basically, Mikasa kills Eren and stops the rumble.
Aaron turns into a fucking bird. How could you get better than that? You knew I liked that.
The Titan curse is removed, but there is still a possibility for war in the future. Isayama revealed in an interview that the climax was a very difficult thing for him to draw, so he regrets not being able
Oh, shit. I'm allergic to bullshit.
to express it properly in the manga. When the final volume was released, a few extra pages were added.
Bro, I went into a manga store a few months ago, and my friend's like, kid I did a video with, Eric, he comes up to me with this, and he's like, this is a special edition, you should watch, it's just like an art book. I open it, and I saw it, but I didn't believe it until I saw the episode. I saw Mikasa with Eren. I was like, nah, bro, this is fucking art, right? Nah, this ain't real. And then I saw it in the episode, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. Motherfucker.
To the final chapter.
You know why he did that? Because, like, a few months back, I sent a panel of Oshi no Ko to him, and he was so fucking pissed. It was like a new manga panel of, like, Aqua and Ruby, and I just sent it to him, because I just wanted to be a piece of shit.
Chapter. The ending was supposed to be 3 people walking towards a tree on the hillside. After discussing this with his editor, Isayama changed the ending to the current one we have. Isayama was super worried about the ending.
I
the
love it,
closer he was
man.
to the final chapter, the harder he would try searching for reviews and comments online. Our man in the manga might seem to be approving of the massacre, when he does not. Isayama thinks it's due to his lack of writing. Aaron's actions are the worst of the worst, and Armin does not approve of them. He feels that the way he drew it was somewhat immature. Armin didn't approve of Aaron's actions, but he was benefited from the massacre, regardless of his intentions. And since Aaron could never be understood by anyone, he told him, "Thank you for being a mass murderer, for our sake."
What? Did I hear that right? Thank you for being a mass murderer for our sake? Isn't that what was in the... Wait. What the fuck? Did I hear that right?
He didn't approve of Aaron's actions, not approve of them. He feels that the way he drew it was somewhat immature. Armin didn't approve of Aaron's actions, but he was benefited from the massacre, regardless of his intentions. And since Aaron could never be understood by anyone, he told him, "Thank you for being a mass murderer, for our sake."
Nah, there's no way. There's no fucking way that happened. Isayama knew it was a bad line. What do you mean go back? Go back to what? To this? What? Where does he say thank you?
The final chapter, the harder he would try searching for reviews and comments online. Armin in the manga
For turning yourself into a mass murderer for our sake? Thank you. Oh, thank God they fixed that in the fucking anime. Holy shit, imagine they kept that in? Okay, that's not a great line. Unless I'm missing some context. But what would the context be? You know what that's like saying? Like, thank you for being like, do you need context for that? Do we need context for that? The fuck? Jesus Christ.
Armin didn't approve of Aaron's actions, but he was benefited from the massacre, regardless of his intentions. And since Aaron could never be understood by anyone, he told him, "Thank you for being a mass..."
It's okay, Aaron. We're all mass murderers. None of us are innocent.
Murderer, for our sake.
I don't know about you, man, but I ain't doing what Aaron did.
Way to get as close to him as possible.
Pushing families. Oh, bro, that CG looked terrible. Jesus Christ, I never realized that.
Thank you for being a mass murderer, for our sake. As a way to get as close to him as possible. For Isayama, the last part of the manga is a difficult theme beyond his ability. He feels that he has not been able to fully express these themes with the manga, so he regrets it. We all have our own opinions of the ending. Some love it, some hate it, and some find it right in between.
Bro, what made him write that? What made him make, bro? Nobody, his editor that told him we need a clear ending. His editor didn't say. I think thanking somebody for mass genocide's a little weird, bro. He doesn't like it either. I think it's funny, man. I think it's fucking funny. But at least in the anime, it was fixed. At least we're seeing his true vision, I think.
Through his work, he connected with more people than he imagined, and has been very happy to share his experience with the readers.
God.
Now that the series is over, he is free, and enjoys walking around with a cup of steak in his hand, as he believed that this...
Did he just say steak?
That the series is over, he is free, and enjoys walking around with a cup of steak in his hand.
Man, when I went to Japan, I used to love drinking steak every night. Which kind of steak do you guys like? The lemon steak or the blueberry steak?
This is what freedom is all about.
For fuck's sake!
Freedom could be interpreted in many ways. His expectations as an author have continued to increase. After 11 years of writing the manga, he has...
Bro, I never realized how bad that episode looked. Hold on.
His expectations as an author have continued to increase.
Oh,
After 11 years of writing the manga, he has...
I know it's sake. I'm saying he's saying steak. That's the joke.
Finally achieved the free time he desired, and most definitely deserves. This leads us perfectly to the final ending and the final part of this video.
Ending
Due
5.
to Isayama regretting not being able to properly explain the ending, this has led to many rumors of an anime-only ending, whether only small changes are made.
People thought they were gonna change the ending. Oh, 1 week left. I wonder if Mappa's changing the ending. Do you really fucking think they were gonna... It was gonna be some insanely different ending? Come on! Come on!
Or a whole separate conclusion takes place, it is very likely that something about the finale will be changed in the anime adaptation. This is nothing new. Isayama also regrets some aspects of the first few chapters, so he changed them in the anime to better fit his vision of the story. Will there be an anime-only ending? Probably not.
The guy was right. It was rumored. Who the fuck started that rumor? You know who started that rumor? My fiance probably started it. Everybody believed her.
However, it's very likely there will be some minor changes in dialogue.
One guy made a tweet on Twitter one day, like 3 years ago. We're getting a new ending. And they just ran with that for the rest of the years.
As well as some of the plot holes will be fixed. In the previous Attack on Titan seasons, the opening and ending foreshadowed the future of the show. The final shot of the new opening seems to be an integral piece of evidence for the theory. It relates to the older Akatsuki no Requiem ANR theory. The opening theme.
Oh god. Dude, like, is that what the fan film's gonna be about? The Requiem? I think I follow that page. I think they're making like they're making like Requiem on YouTube or some shit. I think it's like that ending they're doing. Wait, they think they're better?
Visuals.
Oh, that's unrelated, you're saying?
And on a butterfly crushed underneath the foot of a colossal titan. In the old ANR theory, there's a section where butterflies seem to symbolize Eren's friends trying to stop the rumbling. These butterflies are killed after touching giant arrows, symbolic.
Imagine Isayama changed the ending and everybody turns into a butterfly and they're all flapping against Eren. Bro, that would be... Holy shit, I'd watch that.
The scene represents Eren's friends' attempts to halt the rumbling. If anything, the opening seems to foreshadow the original ending heavily. There's a scene where Eren walks through a courtyard as white birds fly.
All I ever wanted to do was fly airplanes. I never wanted to be the king. I know that.
Around him. This is obviously symbolic of his reincarnation into a bird at the end of the series. Another scene shows what seems to be Mikasa, Jean, Reiner, and Connie visiting Eren's grave.
Does this guy even watch the show? How do you make this? Jean? Like Billie Jean?
This would seem to
like Eugene?
Reference the extra ending pages when Mikasa, Jean, and presumably Connie and Reiner go to visit Eren's grave when they are much older. Finally, a scene in the opening highlights Mikasa wrapping her scarf around herself. This seems to foreshadow her wrapping her scarf around herself before eventually resolving to kill Eren inside his new founding Titan form. Unlike the opening, the ending seems to wholly foreshadow the anime sticking with the original Attack on Titan ending. For starters,
Man, I'm so happy they went with the ending that he wrote. Like, hearing all these endings, they just sound like fan fiction. Like, the ending we got is just... It feels like the story. Honestly. Like, I don't even know what this guy's saying right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm trying to follow along. I don't understand at all. Once he said Jean, I lost everything.
The ending opens with childhood Eren having his red scarf wrapped around his neck. This scarf is then carried by the wind and becomes a bird, symbolic of Eren's eventual reincarnation.
Bro, if I was watching this episode and that scarf turned into a bird and we find out all along the scarf was actually a bird,
and desire for freedom.
My life would be different
right now. The latter
right now.
is incredibly important to the story's final chapters.
That happened in the ending, but I'm talking about if it happened in the anime.
Including the recognizable Utgard Castle and Paradis Throne Room. The country's ruin is symbolic of its eventual fate, as seen in the extra pages, where Paradis is eventually bombed for its resources anyway. Finally, an adult Eren is enveloped by an aura, with colors reminiscent of the bird from earlier in the ending. The wind blows him and the aura away, likely further foreshadowing his reincarnation to a bird and desire for freedom overall. While there is one piece of evidence for an anime original ending in the opening, it seems Attack on Titan will be sticking with the series' original conclusion. They finished wholly.
Thank the fucking Lord. I'm happy he didn't listen to all the people bullying him on Twitter. Oh, change the ending. I don't like it. I'm so happy he didn't do that. He just changed the line, but not because of what others were saying, but because of his own, like, wanting, his own doing. Like, he wanted to change the ending, and I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy he went the way he wanted to do and didn't let others judge the direction with the story. Fucking love that, man. Don't listen to... What do I know about the story? Imagine I wrote Attack on Titan. If I wrote that shit, man... Everyone would turn to birds at the end. It'd be like the end of War of the Worlds. Anybody ever see that? Where like the alien invasion happens and they find out that the way to stop the alien invasion is the birds, and the birds like broke the shields, and that's how they were able to kill the fucking machines. If it was me, I'd be like, copy that shit, bro. Everybody, all the scouts turn into like birds. Like Levi would be like a finch. Reiner would be like an eagle. Mikasa would be like a pelican, and we'd all fly and just attack Eren. That would be my movie. What do you guys think about that ending? I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Yeah. You love it? You better love it.
Consisted of foreshadowing for the
Isayama needs to give me a call, man. I could continue the story.
This as well. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, but don't click off just yet.
I'm clicking off. Nah, I won't do that. I feel terrible.
If you guys want to see a full explanation on how Isayama created Attack on Titan, then click on the video you see on screen. It took a while to make, so if you enjoyed it, then show some.
You know what, man? This guy's showing a lot of Kenny, so he gets my respect, man. Yo, shout out to Banana Cat 22. Damn, man. He got a lot of views. His last video was a year ago. Hopefully he's still alive. I don't know, but shout out to him, man. That video was pretty good. That was a good video. I'm just happy that Isayama didn't go with those other bullshit endings.